Halo the Yellow reporting for duty. First things first. On our ancestors. What do we have for us today, Halo? It's a game of Switch. We are observing. Would it be fair to say that we could either feel us focusing and acting from our brain centers, quotation, and we can see ourselves also acting and moving from our heart center, quotation? Does it also mean that we can also move and feel ourselves moving from our feeling centers, so our belly centers or stomach centers, quotation? Is that the case? Why not? So if so, each centers have their own personalities or mode of operation or energy. Oh, is that the case? Hmm. But you see, are we now looking at each centers as they were their own respective personality and therefore each separate? Is that the case? I mean, how they can be? They all come from the same source, which recreates on a cycle to cycle, moment to moment, each of these personality, these energy centers every moment. So, what are we saying to ourselves? Could each of these centers be a representation of different aspect of the same one? Likely so. So, if so, what else? Good question. What else? I mean, what do we gain by us saying things in such a way? Do we need to gain anything? And is the way we are perceiving a holistic and thorough and whole way? That's a good one as well. So we're saying to ourselves, isn't it best for us to listen? As we keep saying to ourselves, we can try and philosophize and intellectualize many things, but how deep and how thorough will our philosophy and our intellectual aspect be? And again, the intellect and the philosophy are parts of the whole. So how can those be whole in themselves? They are whole in themselves because they're being recreated by the creative source, which make it so. Therefore, in their essence, they are whole. So if in their essence they are whole, why do I need to think about else or attempt to do else? If in our essence we are all whole, then what else does need to be done? I mean, why going through so much the middle section when the source already have it? Ain't we all going through the in-between stages to go back from square one? Yes and no. It's likely that yes, we're doing that. And also we're going back to square one, so to speak, with a clearer vision of what the square one is, and now the square one or round one or triangular one can be used. So it's like starting from the first stage or starting cooking a dish, let's say. Let's say we're making something simple as, Let's make a soup, right? Cool. We have a soup, making ingredients. We try our first attempt, and could go, could not go. Still, we made it. But going back to square one and doing it again, naturally, there will be easier understanding on how to fine tuning, maybe because we've done it once already, and therefore things are easier to process in the physical at least. So, is that what we mean by each of the centers are whole in their core and yet parts of the whole? You could see how useful is this anyway. So in some cases, in some ways, we break down stuff, and as we break down stuff, things open up, and then we leave them open in that sense. And as they stay open, the main foundation, the main core is all is one, and the one creates all. And our all is perceived; it's as open because we're breaking up, and that's all. Let's leave it like that. So perhaps we're going through the breaking stage, so to speak, chaos ways, where everything opens up, breaks down, things are confused, and things are unknown, which is good. So without that particular direction, then we can rely more on introspection for what really is. Is that it? It can be not. It's just up to you, my dear. Yours truly, the yellow and the word.